Oh, hold on. There we are. Thursday night, Boogie the Bull, Uncensored. Dave Globin here with, and we're live on the channel over there on YouTube, and we're live on my profile here on Facebook. I see Brooklyn Pagano is watching. Good evening. Cook obviously is watching, but he's on the broadcast too.
Hello, world.
It's new and exciting in Chuckland.
Oh, hell, it's 42 degrees here.
New and exciting with you today.
I thought it'd be warmer, but it's 42 and sunny, though.
42 degrees. Well, I won't make you feel bad. It's 70 degrees here.
Oh, shut up, Dave.
Well, started at 59.
Hi, Brooklyn.
And it warmed up to.
Oh, hi, Jane.
And
Robin's here. Hi, Robin.
Holy. Everyone has been invited, really invited. Jen Woodruff will be with us, so hopefully everybody will be here to do the thing before you and I. The judge that heard the deport flight hassle is starting to look like Judge Merchan because his daughter involved with something that it also appears that the judge is involved in some kind of group that may provide legal representation to illegal immigrants, which would make that whole thing, the judge hearing this case, a conflict of interest. So watching what is there. Also, my biggest question is that the judge is upset to follow his order. Trump is the president during war. He's commander-in-chief. My saying to the guest, the commander-in-chief made a decision that the commander, and people just need to get over it and accept it because the bulk of the voted in the 2024 election elected president to a second do exactly what he is doing now. They also elected him to do what Doge is doing, but not necessarily more strength that Doge is doing. But you know what? Somebody's got to do it. And the Democrats are more upset, I think, that shouldn't be and money that's given to people that shouldn't have been given to them. And we're going, Larry Burns is what that means we're truly international tonight because Larry is up in Canada. And sound clicking on and off. Okay, well, let me see here. And we'll put, anyway, Chuck, you talk.
Okay, I can talk for a little bit.
Chuck?
Now, if I can remember what the hell I wanted to say. No, I was just kidding. Yeah, we were supposed to get some snow yesterday. Never saw a drop, or I mean a flake. And we did get a little bit of rain. Got a lot of high winds here. And Dave, Jane, and Joe Dell are saying that you keep cutting out, but I'm not having any issues on my end.
Okay, well then we'll just kind of keep track on it and see what.
Yeah,
I see Jodell, and Robin Brunson is here, and as I told everybody before we went live tonight, I'm paying everybody being late because it's my fault that it's late today. It looked like the laptop, I'm not sure what happened when I rebooted it. It seemed to come back fine, so I don't know. I'll take a look at it after the broad. We will keep doing what we're doing. Cal McMillan says, good evening, mortals. Wins here. Also, Larry Estes is here. guess maybe we can talk about weather everywhere. I had read a couple supposed to be in rain by now, but it actually didn't.
I'm gonna cut my mic here for a minute. I'm gonna go on Facebook and see if it's the.
Okay. But anyway, it could be a mic cable problem that we have. We seem to be having problems with them all the time. But without any further ado,
Hi guys, good to see you.
to do the
Oh, you're so silly.
thing.
Hi.
Hey, I'm glad.
Whatever. Hi Chuck.
I'm glad that you are here. And,
yeah, me too. Sorry, it was.
Yes, as we were going.
Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
just went over and listened
Go
to
ahead.
Facebook.
Sorry.
There's no issues there on my end. So, okay.
Okay, I'm not. Well, you know, if by now, people please let me know.
Hi Giselle. Hi
We'll try to do something. Okay, so what is new and exciting in Gen World?
Hi. Oh, so much. Okay, so I finally am done with my Helen Keller stage. I got new glasses, and whatever was wrong with my ear is fixed. So I'm good. And let's see. Juju still has mono. I'm like, oh my God, poor girl. Yeah, so she did this big, what was it, like day after day, night after night, singing for the spring concert. And she was like so tired, burning the candle at both ends, getting through that. She sang at the Capitol. It was great, as beautiful as ever. And her voice was. And then all of a sudden, she just woke up with this really sore throat, dead tired, and they diagnosed her with mono. I'm like, great. So I've already had it. So hopefully, nobody gets it. It sucks.
Wow.
So yeah, but
Okay.
besides that, everything else is good. Jesse's on a fishing excursion with his fishing group today. So I've been taking a course. I'm doing this course. Taking a course online to make your own course. And so what I'm going to do for my homeschooling site is a course on learn to read and one on learn to count, because it seems to be the biggest problem and the first stepping stone in pretty much every grade, don't you think?
Yeah, that's almost like the introduction to Mr. Ed show. Of course.
Thanks.
Never mind.
Yeah. That's okay. Thank you. But yeah, it's good to see you guys.
You guys can
Good to see
say
you too, Jim.
horse paste. You're going to be different color.
Yeah, I'll be a blue horse. I'll be a Smurf.
As long as we're healthy, it's okay, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to make an appointment to see my nurse or something. I don't.
Yeah. Horses.
Yeah.
Well,
some of those people will like us because we'll have a rainbow. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to. There we are. Bring on
Hi, Jim.
Carrie Michaels, the host of the American Rebellion, co-host here, and
he looks cool.
as we're going around the table, what is new and exciting with you, sir?
Huh? That's my line.
I just said, what is new and exciting?
Nothing.
Just
okay.
You look
nothing.
You look like you're cold.
Your tongue is back to a normal. Your tongue is back.
Very tired.
I apologize for. I took a nap and I got up at about 6 o'clock, and for some looked and it was 6:30, and so I'm paying everybody's fines tonight because it's my fault. Well, Michael, you suggest something that we can talk about. We may be lagging, okay? That the internet between me and Restream may be messed up, and that could be what it is. I crashed just before I went to set it up. It came back up working fine. So I just have to go through and kick is doing it, or it's the internet, and who knows what's going to happen. Everybody else has had problems staying connected to the internet the last few days, so I assume it's my tonight. Hey, Jimmy Collins, glad to have you here. But anyway, somebody.
Did you guys hear about the hour and a half long conversation between Trump and Putin today? They came up with a peaceful solution for Ukraine and Russia, and I pray it holds. And basically, Trump is not going to get minerals, but the mineral deal. But I think we're going to have a military presence there. Thank you. We're going to have a military presence in Ukraine, and this is crazy, to help them with their nuclear facility. And I'm like, dear God, do we need more nukes over there? But I guess that will strengthen the protection between the two countries. I mean, hopefully Putin's not going to send, armies in to take over Ukraine. He's already got Crimea. And I think we're just going to protect the part by, I always call it Donbass. What is it called? How do you say that? That piece of property in the Ukraine, Donbass area. Anyhow, that's where the minerals are, and that's also where the breadbasket is. There's wheat, oil, and something else of the minerals. So we're going to have a strong military presence there, and we're going to help Ukrainians make nukes. Anyhow, on that, okay, so this is Trump. No, dude, the guy is playing 3D chess. Okay, so he's got that going on. At the same time, he sees what's going on in Yemen, and it's obvious the Houthis there in Yemen are being fueled by the Palestinians or the bad guys in Iran. And so, what he's trying to do is curtail China from giving the oil to Iran because they're just fueling more unrest in Yemen. And then the Houthis there, he did something really genius. In they had the whole call. We printed it out because we're nerds. And he said in this call that to make sure that Putin was not going to be a buddy with China, he was saying there has to be a separation there. We're going to have this peaceful agreement, and they have to stop giving gasoline or gas to Yemen because the Houthis there, he called them reckless and mobsters. And he was really painting the picture that these are bad guys, and this is why the Middle East has unrest. And of course, we know the peace treaty was broken between Israel and the Houthis, and they were dangling the hostages, 11 hostages. So the Houthis are saying, "Oh, one of them's an American," and they're like, "Oh, we're not going to give them up yet." So Trump contacts Israel and he's like, give it to them. So that's what's everything's just a mess. But I was encouraged to hear through Charlie Kirk that there is temporary peace, and I just pray that it lasts.
Well, I hope you're right.
Go ahead, Chuck.
No, go ahead, Dave. I was interrupting you. Go ahead.
No. I was interrupting you, interrupting me.
Okay,
so
I will go then. I am totally against sending troops into the frickin' Ukraine. Just totally against it. I'm sorry, but
right.
We have all these troops over here in Germany, France, and Belgium, and all that other. What the hell are we getting more of our troops out of our area? Bring them home. Let's take care of America. I'm
That's
sorry,
good.
but I just can't agree with. I can't agree with that move. That's my opinion.
I
Go ahead.
know.
Jerry, go ahead.
No, I was just pointing at Chuck like he was right. I'm with him on that.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
and why are we helping them develop nuclear power or even anything nuclear? Haven't they proven themselves punk ass bitches enough
Right.
to
I
where
know. Right.
both sides are threatening nuclear fucking war? I mean, what are we doing here?
Right.
And I trust Trump, but I don't need. I guess we need troops there because of Russia and everything. But what's going to happen in 4 years? We get the wrong president, or we get a Democrat, which is the way wrong president. Then what?
Right.
You know, it's ridiculous.
They kept calling it the breadbasket. There's
Yeah.
such a crop of wheat over there. That's their next GDP, gross national what GDP, gross domestic product. Wheat. And I'm like, can they just have a bread factory? Can we just help if we're going to go there? Can we help them make bread? I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but
We
I'm
could
just
make
trying to make things peaceful.
we could
Who,
make
who's
donuts and everything too. Everybody be happy.
getting control? Who's getting control of the train, keeping control of it, or are they going to be forced to give it to? Because that I don't think it's going to go over well at
No,
all.
because I got to tell you, they've
What it
already
is.
got all our freaking plutonium because of Hillary Clinton.
Mm,
And what, we're going to give away mineral? I liked it better when Trump said we were buying the minerals.
right. That made good sense.
Yeah.
Keeping
Oh,
in mind, we
And
don't
who's
know
Putin
all
to
the
say
ins and
that?
outs of what they talked about or the ins and
right.
outs of this
Right.
entire thing.
Right. Right.
So obviously Trump knows more than we do, so we should trust him. But I mean, when that shit comes out, or either he's saying it or the press secretary's saying it, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're talking about
I
okay, nukes in Iran.
oh, go
We
ahead.
don't think we don't know for sure if they have nukes, but we do know they have enough material to start dropping dirty bombs. And so these dirty bombs are not nuclear, but they can destroy like a small city. It's radiation. What they are is they disperse it in the air. They could like pack a suitcase with these radioactive things, and they could dump the powder over a city, and it to affect everyone. I think it's a respiratory problem as well as radiation from the fallout, but it's
Yeah.
not a nuke, so that's a good sign. Do you guys remember when we were well, not we, the US, John Kerry? Do you remember him in that stupid blue like medical outfit and the silly little hat, and he's like climbing into a tunnel? I think he was in Iran, and he was helping them with their nuclear facility. And I'm like, it was during Obama's reign, and I'm like, what are we doing? Why is this a peaceful solution to anything, to send John Kerry over in scrubs to help build a nuclear facility? That was scary. So thank God we're not dealing with that right now that I know of. But this dirty bomb thing is still scary, and that they have enough material to make these dirty bombs. And I don't know enough about a dirty bomb besides to know that it's radioactive and it goes in the atmosphere, and that could be their next move.
Well, all they need, Jen, is a bunch of radiation, contaminated stuff like medical stuff,
Yeah,
and they can pretty much get it almost anywhere if they can breach the way that they store it or whatever. Who
right.
knows where it's all at? But you're right. It's like a briefcase or a suitcase, and they just detonate it, and it's not gonna. It's just radiation. You're right.
Do you think it'll affect like a whole acre at a time? What is an acre? 200 by
Oh,
200?
it'll affect more than that. Yeah,
Okay.
from what I've heard, but I could be wrong.
Um,
Been wrong before.
Michael Stewart in the live chat said, I guess it's an 1,100-mile free no fire zone. I'm sorry, had trouble reading. 1,100-mile no fire. Whether or not both will adhere to that, I don't know. Maybe what will happen is what President Trump will band together, and Europe will help Ukraine. And aside from us being there for whatever reason, we're going to be there. Everybody's to end, really, and it's not going to end peacefully. So I'll shut up and just what the news says every day. But it's not going to end. And if Zelensky gets, or even the materials,
it's like Vietnam. Let's send some advisors.
It'll be
Oh man.
right, and it'll be World War III. But I think what may happen is it'll be World War III with Russia and the United States going in there and ending the war. Because I don't believe Zelensky has the ability or the military to end it, because if they could have, they would have. But I don't really know. It does need to end, because like Jerry said, if it doesn't, it's have a Republican in the White House. We don't have a Republican majority of the House. It could be a lot of it could be a lot of a video that made no sense to me at all, but it was Chuck Schumer saying that we are going to go after Republicans and make them change their vote on something. And the video posted, I don't understand, because all you hear is Schumer saying, if Republicans, we're going to go after them, and if they don't change their votes, they're going to be in trouble. And it's like, I wanted to know what got under. The Democrats have the power to go after every Republican voter in the United States, try to force them to change their vote. And,
I kind of have to.
Gitmo.
I kind of have the feeling is I'm not really too concerned about Ukraine right now. I'm worried about shit that's going to happen in our country, because it's coming. And y'all better
The way
get ready.
Schumer keeps talking, he keeps trying to
Entice it.
start a fucking riot every other day with some stupid shit or another.
Yep.
And if they're coming to my house, I would suggest Chuck be leading them.
Oh no.
Not this Chuck. Not this Chuck. Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Oh, any
Schumer.
Chuck is good as long as it's a Chuck. You're a
Schumer.
Chuck,
No.
they're a Chuck, everywhere a Chuck. No, I'm kidding. We of course Schumer. He's threatened Supreme Court justices over the abortion thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's now threatening American citizens. And he keeps getting away with it. And somebody from the Justice Department needs to start looking into this, because this ain't right. Yep. And I would like to know what the vote was on. I thought we already were done voting.
Yeah. Oh, I
saw the video, but it didn't say,
right.
What. So
I know. So then that I,
Well,
I mean, maybe he's upset. Maybe Doge finally shows Chuck Schumer and how much money he got from USAID, uh, and he's thinking by threatening us, we're just going to let him continue to be on the take. No,
I've often
no,
found in my
no.
life that people who threaten me don't often get what they want. Not sure Chuck's thinking here in this, but the Democrats in general are exceedingly violent. They're starting to show that with the whole Tesla thing now, which I don't. I could have done without. I'll be truthful. I'm never going to buy a Tesla to support Elon. Elon does not need my support. He's a billionaire a whole bunch of times. I don't want an electric car or truck, and I don't want an ugly car or truck. And unfortunately, Teslas are both. Then again, I don't want to see someone who does want one, whether they're liberal or, uh, conservative, have their car caught fire. I don't want anybody at the Tesla dealership to get shot or, injured somehow. And these people, I mean, Kid Rock shot up some Budweiser, and they were saying how psychotic he was. But they're burning
Yeah.
up cars and keying cars and doing this and that and the other. And that's fine. What happened to the environment? They don't care about that anymore. Well, I don't understand.
It's on the back burner.
Yeah, apparently, because that's what Elon was the hero for, was the electric car, because that was going to save us all, even though it wasn't. You know,
From carbon
Jimmy says
emissions.
Jimmy is trying to mobilize, or Schumer is trying to mobilize ordinary people to go into mines. And I man on the planet, but I know that if the Senate minority leader is trying to mobilize Democrats to go in districts and tell them to change their mind, I hope they don't do it, because Harry said when they get down to his part of Florida,
they don't come knock on my door out here. They don't go to places like this in the whole country.
okay,
You can't really
yeah,
walk it, and it's just not. They know they ain't stupid. They know it's a bad idea,
yeah,
because somewhere
yeah,
like right in my area, they will get shot at or around. Um, with
yeah,
that bullshit. Most people, not all, but most people are going to slam the door in their face and tell me, get the fuck off my property. Literally that, because I know this, because that's what I
yeah,
would say. And so they're not coming here. They're talking about suburbs, like subdivisions, blah, blah, door to door crap like that,
yeah.
which I don't think they're going to do much better. I think they're going to do a lot worse at this than they think. And what's going to end up happening is some of these people that are actually doing it are going to be the same nut jobs we're seeing setting cars on fire. And they're going to end up pulling some crap, and somebody's going to get hurt. That's
Right.
what's going to end up happening.
Uh,
And Chuck
on this whole car,
is going to use it as for political gain. But Chuck don't give a shit about the people that would actually be doing this stuff. Most of which, I might add, they're
I
not even paying. They'll be
Right.
volunteers, and
yeah,
they'll be willing volunteers, because they will go and they'll want to do this, and they'll want to talk people into changing votes for this, whatever it is. And next thing you know, somebody's going to end up hurt, because people are tired of shit.
yeah,
People are tired of the unrest. People are tired of violence. People are tired of vandalism. People are tired of leftist morons calling them names. Okay, they're tired of all this shit, and they just don't want to play anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Tesla club is really a stupid group of people, because I keep watching people going out thinking they're key scratching something that isn't even a Tesla.
Well,
Yeah.
You know?
Well, not
And
only that. I mean, Dave, think about this. These people hate or think that they're hurting Elon by doing this to his cars and dealerships and stuff. The dealerships don't belong to him. He's a manufacturer. The cars don't belong to
right.
him. They belong to individual people. So what are they actually accomplishing other than taking fellow Americans and putting them either out of work, hurting them, or I don't know, ruining their car in some
Right.
way, fashion, or form?
I asked
You know?
somebody in
there's
Singapore. Hold on a minute. I asked somebody in Singapore to hear the answer. What would be if someone torched a Tesla in Singapore? And the person said to me, it's like a $20,000 fine and up to 10 years in prison. If it's arson, which I guess is worse, a higher arson charge, add anywhere from 3 to 24 cases at no additional charge to your pen.
No additional charge.
And I joked with the person and said, "Well, when would they do this? Would they try them, convict them, cane them, and send them to jail to relax for 10 years? Try them, convict them, send them to prison, and the guy or gal worry for the 10 years in prison at some point to get caned, and that on the morning that they get 24 canings and wish this whole thing never happened."
oh my
Well,
gosh.
Because it is, I mean, they televised it. I think he got, everybody is like, it's like you thank him for each one.
Oh my God.
And you politely ask him for the next one. And if you don't, they start at the beginning. Keep doing it until you do it.
really?
And
Boy, that's cold blooded, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
I
Yeah,
like it, but it's cold blooded. I do.
That's good.
I
Well,
think we
that's
should
fun.
institute something like that here.
Yeah. Well, don't they do shit like that over in Vietnam?
Well, that's what I was.
Mm,
No, that was
communist.
punchy sticks.
I
They
don't
fall in a
remember
hole and die.
where
They peed on
I hear.
them. Either way, I'm good with that. Yeah.
I read one lady was actually arrested, and the judge has said she's facing 20 years.
Wow.
That's she should get. And I was thinking for a minute that, well, maybe it ought to be changed to 20, because you're certainly not going to go do it again after getting 20 canings.
No, some of these
You're
leftists
not
are
going to do it again after
hard-headed.
getting one caning properly.
Plus, in this country, if that happened, there'd be 14 court cases, and all these liberal judges and shit would not allow it.
Right.
She'd actually be done
Yeah.
with her prison sentence by 3 years by the time it got to the Supreme Court. So, and that's only if she had the money to get that far. That kid, that American kid over there that got him, God, that's what happened. The courts got involved. All these freaking different politicians got involved. And I was like, dude, just go do it and be done with it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only going to hurt for a little while. And you deserve it anyway. So fuck it.
Yeah. But I
You
mean,
know,
I
those
would imagine that if you got that, you're not going to go torch another one.
it's ridiculous. I wanted to say the only two countries that he can sell that I mean, he's allowed to sell Tesla wherever, but the only two countries that have bought Teslas and have a market for it is America and China. Nobody else can afford that or has charging stations. So he really has a small market. Well, they're two big
Yeah.
countries, so maybe it's not that small, but it's crazy. Well, I wanted to ask Chuck.
Yes.
Now you've got this lady running for a House seat in Wisconsin, correct?
Yep.
Okay, Connor is her name. Connor.
I don't know. I haven't really studied up on any of the stuff yet, but I am going
Oh
out to vote. But is she a Democrat or is she a Republican or what?
no, yeah, no, you want the guy. I can't remember his name. I think it's
No.
Matt or Brad or something smart like that.
Okay.
But
Matt Brad.
anyhow, yeah, who knows? Anyhow, this woman, her slogan or whatever she's running on is that she needs to get in because they need two more seats in the House or Senate or whatever she's running for so they can control the vote. Nothing about the American people, nothing
No.
about lowering prices, nothing about anything productive. She's just trying to get Democrats in there so they have a bigger voice. And that's what's scary. And it reminds me of the people who are like frustrated with Tesla, so they destroy the cars. Nobody cares about the American people lowering prices. I mean, they're on eggs even. They're going down, but not fast. They lay a lot more eggs if we stop firebombing them because of
Right.
H1N1. No other country has H1N1 except for America. And so that is just shifty. They probably have it in Wuhan where they made it, but it's ridiculous. And I think people need to start seeing these things and waking up to it. That the politicians running are not running to better anybody except their party. I
Their
mean,
party.
it's very sad.
It is sad. Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't really started getting into our local races. Well, the one local race here in Beloit, where I live, they want to do a school referendum, and I can't remember exactly what the how many millions of dollars, but they want to, and that'll raise everybody's property taxes up. Well, I rent, so my landlord's not going to pay that property tax increase. It'll be me, you know.
Wow,
And
right?
yeah, so I've been following the real local stuff, but I haven't gotten into our state level quite yet. But I'm getting there.
I
Hopefully, I
was
can have that
wondering,
for you.
yeah,
Go ahead.
have you seen any billboards like how they advertise for themselves? Have you seen any billboards like when or even lawn signs that would say MAGA, voting for Trump, make America great again? I'm like, what in the world kind of billboards would she put up? We need to get two more seats in the House. We need to take it. We
Yeah.
need to stack it so we can win again. I mean, it's nothing encouraging to the voter or to the people unless you're a Democrat and you need control.
Well, that's just
It's
yeah, that's just up here in Wisconsin. Everybody's always going to the bars and getting drunk. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean,
who's
a
gonna
damn.
vote,
Yeah,
right?
and they just. But yeah, it's and this is a very heavy Democratic state, so
Right,
we need to get out there and we need to let people know that voting for this, you want another, like we had for the last 4 years, where
right.
nothing gets done. I mean, at least now, we're seeing Doge and all the money that's being found, spent stupidly, and the damn Democrats are complaining because well, you're cutting all these programs, you're cutting this, you're doing that. Well, evidently I'd hate to see what the hell their checkbook looks like because they probably have a negative balance in there because they're just used to spending money and yeah, who cares? It's
Well,
sad.
Trump signed an executive order today to get rid of start dismantling the Department of Education. And says, hopefully, we're being joined today, hopefully, by the last Secretary of Department of Education, Linda McMahon. Then he told her, we'll find something else for you. Don't worry about it. But it's about time. We don't need the Department of Education. The states should be doing it themselves. If you live in a blue state, your child will hopefully continue to be stupid. That way, the red state children will have a better shot at life.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. If we can get rid of Madison and Milwaukee, Joe Dell's right. The rest of the state's pretty much, conservative, but with all the population there, they get more
That's the
votes.
problem with
That's
cities.
the problem. The big cities. Yeah.
But that's why we need an electoral college for damn near every election in this country, state, county, and city.
Mhm.
Because this way, you're getting a more fair outcome. That's what these idiots don't get about the electoral college. It is a more fair outlet because when they lose, they go berserk and want to get rid of it. But then they know that it'd be Democrats the rest of the 6 more months we'd survive. If we'd go down with the Democrats,
Yeah.
because that's about how it's going with them.
Yeah.
When we start doing this, these politicians start talking this, and they've been doing it a long time. Democrats have been doing it a long time, talking this freaking violent rhetoric and how we're going to make people do this and make people, you know what? Fuck you. You ain't making me do shit. I'll do what I want, and you'll like
Right.
it and thank me for it.
I will
'Cause,
not comply. Yep.
yeah, I'm not doing it. Simple as that.
Absolutely.
He got to be. He's got to be on. Doge hasn't found yet, or they've found and off the record let him know exactly where he stands. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they have already got
Probably
enough
get rid of
evidence against him. Yeah.
Well, my question is why is he still in the Senate?
Oh yeah.
Because we haven't primaried the right Republican that can beat him.
No. If they have that much
Yeah.
against him, why is he not resigned?
They're only mad at he's
That's
got
true.
egg on. You're talking about Schumer. He's got egg on his face right now because all the headlines were so ready and all the fake news was prepped to start this Schumer shutdown. That was like his claim to fame, the Schumer shutdown. And
Oh yeah.
instead, he's like, no, we're going to keep it open. And AOC, she was the loudest one against that. And she's like, we need to stand up. He's in our party. What is he thinking? And I'm like, he's thinking about the people in the country.
No, he's not.
Well,
No, he's not. No, he
was he
wouldn't.
paid off? Was he paid off?
No.
The Schumer shutdown. Is basically Chuck Schumer being the pause by English in front of Jen that he really is, because his shutdown is not wanting Congress to budget that the Democrats, when Schumer was Senate Majority Leader 12 months ago, to law.
I thought he was
Saying is
fighting
no.
Doge.
What he's saying, no, we're going to let Trump, it's the budget we're going to operate on. I'm going to government Trump's going to shut down the government. I'm going to ask for 1 month to negotiate more in the Senate. Force the same thing that he passed 12 months, looking like a hero for the Democrats.
The only Chuck Schumer's never, most of them have never thought about the American people for none of it. All they care about is getting what they want, and mostly what they care about is the money that it costs. to do the stuff they want to do because half of it goes in their
Right.
freaking pocket. And Chuck Schumer's never thought of the American people in his life.
Mm.
And they're not getting because Doge is out there doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing for the American citizens. Forget about Republicans, independents. He's doing what he needs to be doing. And like Jerry said, trashing somebody, like the guy who owns the car company is stupid.
Doesn't hurt the
Because
guy.
everything else, the Democrats didn't care for the guy that got at United Healthcare.
What happened to Chuck?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, he's back again.
Izzy says Schmucky Schumer. Schmucky Schumer. That's funny.
It's
Oh,
yeah,
there's Chuck. He's right there.
it's not Schumer. Yeah.
It's only
I apologize to anybody if my voice is cracking in and out. I contacted Restream and they tell me that it's the usual excuse. There's bad weather between wherever my internet and then they send it out. There's bad weather between us, and unfortunately,
The littlest violin.
I hear you fine, which is a problem. But I don't have a choice because it's not my show. So there you go.
Right. I love the techs at StreamYard were actually better. They would actually go was trying to diagnose whatever the problem was with me. Restream, it's all bot. Back at Restream, it's actually a bot. It's just a more advanced AI.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
bear with
know.
me. Tomorrow night it'll probably be better. But go ahead.
Jodelle says she thinks it's because he
Hey,
was
Jerry.
told his illegal dealings would come out if he didn't vote with the GOP. I don't know. Anything is possible, but why not? If we have that much about against Chuck Schumer, why aren't we using it to get rid of him? Because he ain't the only one.
Yep.
And why isn't the Justice Department making Mitch McConnell resign? He's fucking useless.
Right.
And
Yep.
not to mention corrupt.
As far as
Lindsey Graham.
yeah, and over in the house, over in Ilhan Omar has been getting her grandmother's Social Security check, which is a little over $2,000 a month. I think it said 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Said 10 years she's been getting her Social Security check, and came back and asked me because it was someone else's post, but when it was the right to post, there wasn't any article to back it up. So I don't know or not, but
Well, if he actually said it, it's true.
is her grandmother here? Was she entitled to Social Security? I mean,
How about is she dead?
It's true.
No kidding.
That could be a thing. Or 138.
Yeah.
Wow.
130.
Well, why would Ilhan Omar be getting
Trump actually said
her mother's Social Security money? I don't
her
send a
grandmother.
check anymore, but
No
I have
kidding.
no idea.
Is she in America or is
no,
her grandmother in Somalia? And why does she have
what
to
needs to be answered?
pay? Right.
Right.
Big Loki is the only one
That's the biggest
300-year-old
problem.
getting a Social Security check. Well, she got a
Yeah,
name for
no,
everybody,
I think
don't
there's
she,
a lot more.
Jen? That was
Crazy.
your buddy Izzy over
I
there.
think.
She's awesome.
Yeah. I call her people.
I don't know. I just
She's being
Ilhan
very
Omar
quiet.
needs to be thrown out of the country for marrying her brother to get in the country.
Take them with you. Right. Go.
Right.
That's funny.
Take them both.
Well, I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
$2,000 a month,
And
that's
don't send her
$24,000 a year. And you,
to
how many
Salvadorian
years did
prison.
you
But
say she was taking it?
20.
I think it said 10
Oh,
years.
10.
That's a lot of
It
freaking money
wasn't.
she's
It
got to pay
wasn't an
back
article.
if that's
Right.
true.
It wasn't an article. It wasn't that could back it up. It was just someone put up a post that they read that she has been collecting it. So be true. And that I would imagine that Ilhan Democrats from big like George Soros and everybody else can't see her. I can't see her that if she gets dragged before the Senate Judiciary or the Ethics Committee, they're just going to use that to boot her out, which is what they should do anyway.
The ethics committee is a complete waste of time. Yeah, how many people have had like ethics investigations, been found guilty, and they pay a fine? Oh, we'll charge you $20 or something. They pay it and keep doing the same crap they've
Well,
been doing. It never changes.
they don't even pay it. They don't even pay it. That House slush fund pays it.
Talib is the reason why goats are preferred in her neck of the woods. Just saying. Oh, there you go.
She's funny.
Izzy, if you have a camera and a microphone, you're welcome to join us. I appreciate you must be safe. Safe.
Yeah, well, she's flying and texting, Dave. There's no cops up there, so there's nothing I can do.
Just don't say nothing.
No.
Well, my daughter's
No.
well, she should be over there by now. She's flew out to Ireland today.
Oh,
Conor McGregor's running for president over there.
Yeah.
After what he said in the White House and pissed off all the politicians in Ireland. So I suspect Tommy's going to be either shot or thrown in jail at some point here very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running mate's going to be Rosie O'Donnell. Didn't she move?
Well, yeah, because the island almost tipped over.
oh no.
Oh, I remember that.
She's really not.
I'm getting so tired of reading these things. Courtney Love has secured British citizen going to leave, but it's probably going to be one of those things that after she gets to stay here forever.
Courtney Love. Has there ever been anyone other than Yoko Ono has had less talent than her? Her entire career was based on the fact that she was married to what was that guy's name?
Right.
Kurt
Cobain, right?
Nirvana.
Oh, Kurt. Yeah, Kurt
Cobain. Yeah, that's
the guy
sad.
who actually had talent.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was sad. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So
did she sing? Did she do anything?
Or she had a band. It was called Hole.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, right there, Jen. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it just was saying that.
I just could. Go ahead, Chuck.
I was saying my daughter, she flew over to Ireland today on business, and she took grandson with her, and also one of his other grandmothers, and so then that way the grandmother and Charlie can kind of go do a little sightseeing while my daughter's in her business meetings and stuff, and I thought that that's a trip of a lifetime for a 13-year-old kid, so yeah, it's kind of unique. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Good. I hope
you say it's a beautiful
place.
They
have a great.
I don't know. I know their politics. They're ruining it with the illegal immigration and all that. And
it sounds like here.
Yeah, but it's way, way smaller is the problem.
Yeah.
So they don't have as much room to stretch out.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So,
why it shows up so much in England, because England's basically the same way. Basically an island nation. It just at one time was the biggest badass on the street. And it still can be, not like the United States, obviously, but well, if they're in a war, I mean, look what they did with Germany. They lost a lot, but they ended up winning. They dragged America into it. Um, but the English are very, I don't know about now, but they used to do the stiff upper lip thing and, just forge ahead and stuff. The English were something.
yeah.
And I think they probably still have it in them, but when you're a small nation and you're just overwhelming the population with migrants, it's not good. And then, I don't think Ireland has guns anymore either.
Wow,
Mm-mm.
what is a train of thought? What is a train of thought that these politicians have that they can sell this idea to the people? I mean,
They
it
don't
was
care. That's the whole thing. They don't care.
how did the Democrats even I couldn't stomach it when it happened and I was so glad that it's over the last
They
4
insult you.
years. It was
They insult
ridiculous.
you is what they do. They tell you that's not what it's like to be like an American. They tell you, you're a ist or a phobe, or they tell you you're far right, or they call you a domestic terrorist. That's what they do. They don't care.
I'm a deplorable.
Mhm. Dave,
Well,
I
you
remember
certainly are, Joe.
shows
I'm a proud
I
I'm a
remember
proud
Yeah,
deplorable.
I remember shows we would do, Dave, and I was so frustrated because these reporters, and I made such a deal of it. I hope someone finally started saying, hey, podcasts are really complaining, and nobody likes the fact that your new reporter, they bring in the new people, the young people. It's so sad, like right out of high school, and they're talking to these illegal immigrants, and they're saying, Donde va? Where are you going to go? Where are they sending you? Where would you like to start out? In their native language.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me, I'm an American citizen. We just want to fly up north. We just want to go see, we want to see the sights.
I,
Can we do that?
I
No. That was
I'd
frustrating.
like to see people like Brendan Statler, the guy that was on. I'd like to see him standing at the airport in their native language where they're going and then say back to them. I'd like to
Bye.
see that.
See ya.
I'd like to see people.
Right.
I'm just using him as an example because he's
Thank
but
you, Larry.
he's smart.
I swear. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm having a conniption over here.
Cherry, you know what I
And
love
I don't
about
want
your
to start
show?
an argument on
Blacks.
Dave's show.
What I
Sounds
love
good, Dave.
No, I love it because, like the American Rebellion, we work like Seinfeld. Have you ever seen that show? It's so funny. They're like four good friends. He found synergism. Jerry Seinfeld with Elaine. I'll play Elaine, and then there's Kramer, who's a lot like Nikki, and he's just fun. And then I don't know. I don't even want to talk about the other guy. He's a riot, George Costanza. But they are so funny. There's such synergism between the four. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's why your show is great. I mean, they
yeah,
like talk about nothing and it's funny. They've got the soup Nazis and it's a riot. So no
yeah.
matter who comes on, it's always a blast.
Mhm.
It is. It is. And make sure you watch it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The American Rebellion blogger page here on search AMRAB, AMREB, search it, and it'll like I always say, there's a bunch of numbers after the
No,
AMRAB,
it's
and I
on X,
can never
actually.
remember it. I meant to say it. I didn't mean to say Rumble.
Yeah.
I didn't mean.
Yeah. All right. No soup for you. Yeah. Well,
No soup
we've
for me.
always had a pretty good bunch. There was two that really didn't fit in too good. One was horrible. The other one was just it was I don't know what the problem with her was, but um she was likable and she knew a lot of stuff like her name Laura, if for those of you who remember. She wasn't like she was a bad person or nothing, but just something and I don't know. And then of course there was the other Dave.
God, no,
Uh
please don't get me started
yeah,
on him.
so that was
I,
horrible,
I,
but
I, I, I of him
here's the
than
thing.
you,
Here's the thing.
than
Dave and Nick started coming on the same night. And I really thought Dave would last and
okay.
Nick wasn't because Nick got pissed at Matt
Well,
because apparently Matt thought his job was to see who
yeah,
he could piss off and then see if they could take it. And he pissed off Nick. And Nick literally would go like
yeah,
45 minutes, like Chuck did in the beginning, without saying a word. And back then, it was just me on the screen and they were on Skype. And we'd have to get proof of life from Nick every so often because we forgot he was there. And but as you can see how it turned out, um,
Well,
I'm glad it
Jerry,
turned out the way it did because Nick is way better uh, being on there than the other one. So,
Jerry,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
always
He
tell if
is.
I'm alive. Just ask me a question and I go, "Yep."
yep, yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Yep, yep,
Larry,
yep.
don't,
Well,
Larry. I've been doing
yeah.
everything I
So,
can to just shut my
well,
mouth. Just let it go.
I mean, Larry. No, Jerry. Never
No,
restrain
it's not worth
yourself.
it.
You
They're
have.
not in this case. It's not worth it. Just something stupid was said.
I,
That's
I,
all. If
I
you look
understand
down
that.
in the comments, you'll
I
figure it
understand
out.
that.
It's kind of down a few now. But
I know. I see it.
yeah. Anyway, so but
I see
it's
it. I
pretty
see it.
good. I mean,
And
I like it, and
and
it's enjoyable, and
and
Tangela's here, so we got some new
and the
people in the comments,
right.
like her and Jane from over here came over, and it's I actually like the
Yep.
women's perspective because like all you get on screen usually, unless Jen is there, is us, and it's always good to have the other side,
Yep.
like the female perspective. Plus,
Thanks.
some of the most patriotic
Yep.
people I've seen since doing this have been women, and the ones that dig into stuff and all that kind of shit.
Amen.
Because women are good at doing that. What do you are
I'm
you what's wrong?
trying to point it. I'm trying to point at Jen. You're complimenting her. I was trying to point at Jen,
Oh,
but I
You.
have my screen. My screen. When I look at my screen, it's as if I was watching the broadcast, not
yeah.
not
You got to mirror the camera. Go
not.
into the camera
I
settings
don't. I
and
don't
mirror the
reverse
camera.
my camera. Right.
Yeah,
So
you can do it
you'll see
now.
me. My hands will be going like I'm trying to figure out. I don't want
Oh, well then
to
don't.
do it
God
now.
damn it.
You confuse me
Don't
even
box
more.
me. Oh my gosh.
But I don't know. Anyway, it's a good. I like it. I enjoy it because we laugh a
It's
lot
a
more
very good.
now.
It's a very.
When we first started, for years and years, all
We
we did
do.
was politics. And after the election, that really was a drag, man. Well, I don't even know if you want to call it this steal. I guess would be a better way to go because it wasn't an election. Um, After, like, within a few days, I was like, why the hell are we even doing this? This is ridiculous. But you know, we laugh
Yeah,
a
but
lot, and that's important because we don't laugh enough in this country. Everything is taken so seriously. Everybody's a goddamn victim, and we sit here and we're able to make fun of each other and laugh our butts off over it. And why not? it's good. Jen got a dog. That's nice.
Sorry. There she
Whatever.
is.
Yeah.
Not for
Okay,
everybody
I
else. You have
response to a question from Jerry the
no
other
right
night. He
to
was
laugh at yourself.
he answered, "I wasn't paying attention."
hey,
I know
you
that
know
was hilarious.
gotta be honest. I was typing on Facebook. I
Yeah.
didn't, I wasn't really listening. But,
No, I know
yeah,
it was funny as shit though when you
Yeah.
said it.
but that's just the way it is. But
It's
no,
I actually enjoy who's ever segment stump Jerry on the American who could ever make Jerry crack up and laugh because
Well, that's Jodell said best laugh I had in a while is
everybody
after
needs
Jerry
that.
took the blue stuff. That wasn't even
Oh,
on
he's blue.
purpose. I just noticed it,
Yeah.
and I was like, then I stuck my tongue out like
Oh
what's his
God,
name from
we
Kiss.
had so much fun.
Yeah, but
We had so much fun
listen, I've
joking
always
about
been
that.
hell problem with being a straight man. I used to work the auctions, and I would tell the auctioneer to make fun of me. I'm fine, because man, look at me. All right, I got plenty of shit you can make fun of. All right, and whatever. And why not? We gotta laugh more. We gotta lighten the hell up in this country.
yep.
It's not all,
We do.
there's time to be serious, and
Yep.
there's a time people get pissed off. That happens, whatever. And yeah, but damn, we should be laughing more because we ain't.
Right.
And believe me, you all you gotta do is
Nope.
read the news, and it's like, wow, really?
Yeah. No, I enjoy coming on here
Oh,
and
that's the problem.
just hanging out and it doesn't always have to be about politics. I mean, look at how many shows we've done. And if when things start going south, we just kind of try to change the subject a little bit. Everybody calms down, and we start laughing and having a good broadcast. And the chatters—they're a very very important part of
Oh yeah,
this. Uh,
they're the whole reason we're here.
Yep.
yeah, no, and I appreciate each and every one
I
of them.
want to do.
Yep.
Yeah. I want Thursday night a music trivia thing. Chuck had every song that has ever been recorded,
No, not
and
Let's see. Tangela says, I
put
love
I
to
don't know
laugh, but my
a
humor
bunch
sometimes offends.
on.
You haven't known me very long, have you, Tangela? No, you haven't, I guess. Because I've pissed off quite a few people in my life with my humor because a lot of times they don't know I'm joking because I'm not smiling or laughing. And apparently I have a mean look constantly. I don't fucking know. You've talked about poop before. We've talked about my pillow before for 20, 30 minutes, too, I might add.
Yep.
We've talked about just about everything you can think of,
For 20
from
or
the
30
ridiculous
minutes.
to the sublime.
Yeah, I've even brought up money, and showed you pictures of a star note, and you guys are, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
So
but,
Yeah.
That's why it says we talk politics and all things Americana, because all that kind of stuff is good. And I don't know who gets what out of it, but I got to tell you, I've been feeling better after the show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For a long time, I did not feel better. A long time. And you're
Yep.
supposed to. You hang out with people you like, right?
You are.
Like I like everybody here. And you probably like
Yep.
me, just because you don't have to live with
I
me.
do.
But in the end,
I like you so much. I'm
Using
the
your
like you so much. I forced you to
when you do that,
do two more than
yeah,
you were
but in the
already
end, when
doing.
you do that, you're supposed to feel good when you're done.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or at least feel, fine or
Yep.
better or whatever, okay?
I've come on here in an absolutely shitty mood, not wanting to do nothing and not even wanting to do the show. And it turned out really good because I felt better when it was over.
Yeah.
Or whatever. The other night, I think happened last week or something. I don't know, but whatever. I just had a shitty day, and
Fuck you,
everybody.
Larry.
But we try to help people
Yeah.
once in a while. Going through whatever they're going through,
Yeah.
and that's also our job. Because who the fuck's gonna do it for us? The government ain't there. Even with Trump, the government ain't there.
No.
All right.
Larry's
Who's gonna
trying to
take
get
care of
under
us?
his
We
skin.
got to take care of
No.
each other as best we can.
Yeah. Larry's trying to get under your skin, Jerry. Did you see that?
Nobody likes Jerry.
Well, I'll send Larry a link if he wants to tell Jerry face to face.
Oh, he'll do it. He don't care. Now, Larry don't care about my feelings. He's a very mean man from Canada.
I mean that could be
Damn foreigner.
the whole portion, that could be a whole just sitting back and listening to Jerry and
Him and
Larry.
McMillan up here, they're like a tag team. It's not even fair. So, but yeah, but they're funny at least.
I'd like to get
They're funny people. So if they're funny, I can give a damn.
They are.
And another one too.
But it would be a
what the
lot
hell is-
easier to be on
Jimmy
camera than it
Collins.
would
There's
be
another one.
to have these people on camera so we could all just be looking at each other rather than constantly having to look at the model one line that I could put on. Larry Burns says nobody likes Jerry because he knows that that's not true. He may deny it and say that nobody does like Jerry.
There's a lot of people who don't like me.
It's the kind of joking that we.
There's a lot of
we
people
do,
who
right,
don't like
but I
me
think
because I'm
what
not
Larry
afraid
Burns-
to say anything, and I will tell you exactly what I think if you want me to, or sometimes if you don't. And the second one really gets people hating me. But then you guys have known me for how many years now? I think Jen probably the least amount of time.
Okay.
Or well, and I'm talking about on screen. The people are usually on screen. All right. It's like, for instance, we had Robert on last night. I've known him for, I don't know, 10,
Oh God,
12 years.
that was so good.
And for
That was
those of
so
you
good.
who
I felt so good.
like Robert, his Jamie's in the hospital, in the emergency room. So he
What?
said something's wrong with her. And he doesn't know what. He didn't say what, and I didn't ask, but I did say, keep us. I don't know. Keep us informed or something.
Updated.
Was it after the show?
No, this is just
Was
now
after the
because
show you
what
did
I
last
do
night?
is before I come on, I send everybody the
okay.
link to watch the show, and then I come on your show, and then he just tonight it was right after that. So yeah, me
Okay.
too. Because I got to tell you,
Well,
Robert
our thoughts-
depends on her a hell
Our
of a
thoughts
lot.
and our prayers.
Because Robert has his problems. We all know that, and Jamie keeps him straight.
Yep.
In life, and
Yep.
so there's zero doubt of that. You ought to watch
So our-
Jerry's YouTube on fixing
our
a
thoughts and
lawnmower. There's a screwdriver
wishes.
involved. I laughed till I cried. Yeah, but you know what? How many times that happened to you, Al? It happens, and it's funny when it's somebody else. So you kind of play it up.
Yeah.
But that shit hurt, I got to tell you. For like 3 days.
Yeah.
I stuck a screwdriver through my finger.
And I love picking on Jerry
Oh my gosh.
because the best, and I say every time he's either here or I'm on the American Rebellion, it's always the best. But the best in all the years in the doing this stuff with Jerry now, the best. He was talking about how he had to move tractors out of the garage and he only had one battery.
Yeah.
So what he had to do was
Keep
I remember that video. About halfway through that thing,
we're laughing so hard that
about halfway through that thing, I said, "Fuck it, I ain't doing that." Because that even when I was saying it, that seemed like a lot of work, and it was. Yeah, it was.
but it just shows human, because if you were doing, that's what I would have done. I would have I would have taken the one out and backed it could, so that I could just carry the battery back, which would have taken me, and then put it in.
Oh no, the batteries are really small.
The one that I wanted out of the way.
I had to improvise to bolt the cables to them, so that's a big pain in the ass. And you can't find two bolts in my collection of thousands that are the same, so they're different sizes, and one's like metric and one's like frickin' SAE. It's just a big pain in the ass. That's why I bought new ones. So that was like literally when I was going through saying all that, I was like, yeah, I ain't doing that. So
Yep. And then, of course, the one where Robert Lawless came on that night, wearing a mask and had a beard and looked like Jerry.
See, that's fine. See, because you know what? Like everybody makes fun of Jen, nobody means it.
I was wearing a jean shirt. I was wearing a jean shirt, and Larry Burns said, "Way to rock the 80s and 90s." I was like, "Shut up, that's cool."
Hey, Jen, are you having fish for tonight? For dinner?
Yeah, when he comes home.
Oh, I thought he was home.
Fishing, did he?
Yeah, he's on an expedition. They're looking for kokanee, salmon. They're like way up north. Well, it's an hour and a half. I think it's way up. I'm like, it's a long drive. If you got to go to the bathroom, there's no coffee or nothing. I'm like, I don't want to go. But so he goes with his buddies, and that's what they do. And I love your new name, Chuck. I saw the initials. I'm like, how are his initials? NCS.
No, I put that on there because you guys were all talking about Chucky Schumer.
You're like, I got him.
And you kept saying Chuck, and I'm going, not me, not me. And finally, I said, I changed it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good. Funny, yeah.
What was the other one last week? You had a different one last week.
Mr. Ed.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Ed, right. Yeah.
That's where we started.
The horse paste, yeah.
Because of
ivermectin.
Yeah.
The horse paste.
Yeah.
Nikki is in the chat.
Oh, there's Nick.
Hey, we have some.
How you doing, Nick? We were Chuck was talking mean about you, but I shut him up. Don't worry about it. Oh.
Yeah, Chuck was talking.
He was.
Yeah,
Schumer.
Schumer.
He was.
Schumer. Not me.
It wasn't our Chuck.
Nick listens for like 45 minutes before he comes on, so he's got ammunition.
No, actually, I didn't. I didn't pull that stunt tonight, so you're good.
No, I actually told him the story about how you and the other Dave came on the same night, and we used to have to get proof of life from you to make sure you were still there. And then, I actually thought Dave was going to be the one who stayed because you remember Matt was pissing you off like every 3 minutes, and I actually said I was glad it turned out the other way because I don't know, it turned out badly with Dave, so very bad.
He was a real piece of work.
Yep. So anyway.
On the American Rebellion.
Not the Dave of the Globin type.
No,
I don't know. I mean,
he knows. He knows about the other Dave because if you remember, he was always in the
commentary. About the other Dave. I know about the other Dave.
I think Jen knows too, right?
Well,
I came right at the end, and I remember we were talking about Dave, and I was like, Jerry, I think
didn't he offer you computer services or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you might be talking about this.
Yeah.
No, it's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Be a lady, Jen. Be a lady,
guy
Jen.
with the snakes.
Yep, be a lady.
But
Jen.
of course, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So helpful.
Yeah,
Okay, there's not enough time.
he had no people skills. And coming from me, I gotta tell you, when I have more
It's
people
bad.
skills than you by a landslide, okay, that's not good, man. And the
Oh
guy
no.
was smart. I'll give him that. It's the only thing I can really say good about him. He's smart as shit. He knows a lot of crap, but yeah, it's like I don't
Yep.
know. It's just God.
But he likes to brag about it.
Well, that too. Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
not good. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. A lot of winners. A lot of since I
you know, it's almost
since I
like
came
he
on,
injects
and
himself into your life where you can't get rid of him
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. It's like, like
yeah,
syphilis or
yeah.
something.
Oh God.
I hope you can get rid of that, Nick.
I don't know. I never had it, but I don't know if there's a shot for
Yeah,
that.
we knew him personally too, Randy. And he's no longer around, as you noticed. So why don't you just stop, Randy? You know what you're doing. Just stop. Go run and tell him.
Yeah. Randy,
No,
Randy, you are wrong. I mean, this dude,
okay.
no good.
Most men like to brag about their services.
Okay.
I don't, but
Okay.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
You can't. You can't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up.
All right. No. We're just going to change the topic.
There you go. Probably a good idea.
It won't do any good. Plus, there's more people that I'd rather pick on that were on the American Rebellion besides him anyway. I'd rather pick on Stephen because
Well, Stephen was another thing.
when a person
Stephen
lets
was
you
actually a
down and you
likable
find out
guy.
that a person is not,
Stephen was a likable guy. He just lied about
which made
when his mouth was moving, he was lying. It was insane.
okay. And that's my problem. I want to believe that everybody is what they.
Well, yeah, we all do, Dave. That's a fact. But unfortunately, the internet has told us what life already has many times. That is not always a good idea, I guess.
Yeah, but when you've worked around people all your life, you kind of can read the room.
Yeah.
And figure out who's full of shit and who's not. And Steven was totally full of it. And I told Jerry that, and I was like, this dude is lying. And then other people on the show said, yeah, it's funny how
Other
all
people
of
were
his
telling me that
properties
Stephen was,
have the same room.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
That's funny. Same curtains, same blinds.
A lot of times,
same
once you
couch.
do this or care, if you care about doing this, you
The
think
same one
about your background
in the
and what it
garage.
looks like. That's why you see a lot of these people. They have like a plain white or something background that looks like a wall or something where you can't tell where they are.
Right.
Yeah, at least try to change it up. Mine looks the same every time. You know exactly
Mine
where I'm
too.
at.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
It's just guys.
I'm
don't
not gonna
argue,
say
son.
I'm in Bodunk, Nebraska somewhere, and I'm in the same room.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
when I
unless
live
you
in
brought your pink walls, salmon walls with you, then
yeah,
that could happen, I guess.
right.
Right.
That's nice.
Guys, listen. Don't argue with him. It's not worth it. Let him believe what he wants. I started this shit.
I will deal with it in my own way.
Yeah,
and
let
you know
Dave
what?
deal with it.
Don't lose any sleep over it.
I'm 63 years old.
Don't lose any sleep over it.
All right.
I'm 63 years old. I work for Jerry. And,
wow, you got a shitty boss. You don't pay your nothing. Come on, let's see.
That's right.
I saw
You
Steve.
know, you hear me say, you hear me say to Chuck all the time. You make a penny a broadcast, and you get a check when you got 20.
Yeah, that's a lot of pennies. 2,500.
And,
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking pennies. Yeah,
I make nothing per broadcast, and I get paid when I have money in my payroll account.
Let's see. Jane says she saw Steven on another group, and I followed, and it was the same. Yeah, that kind of thing. What? That's like being a pathological liar or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's like a mental disease.
It's like he was like Joe Biden. You know, he had 13 Harleys and 13 kids or 15 kids and
Jets.
65
Jets and
grandkids and everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Isn't that my dog?
No, it's Dave. It's always Dave. When you hear a dog barking, it's Chihuahua. That one right there.
Yeah.
This is
He'll
the
now stop.
house.
That's good. Yeah.
It's so sweet.
The shortest dog in the house is always the loudest. That's how it's always been. Anywhere you go.
The ankle biters are the loudest.
You want to?
Jimmy Collins thinks your background is green
no.
screen, Nick. Jimmy Collins thinks your background is green screen.
Yeah. Why would I do this on green screen?
There are 6 dogs in this house.
I think the window unit is a good touch.
You can hear them sing.
I have an update for you guys.
Yes.
Update.
Okay,
Robert says they're still at the
ladies and
ER.
gentlemen, we now cut to Chuck Schumer.
No. It's about Jamie. Pause. Go ahead.
Robert just PM'd me here, and he said that they're still at the ER. He's out in the lobby, and they're still not sure what's going on yet. So that's all I've known so far. So
wait a minute.
Okay.
1 second.
All right.
Jen just shut us all up.
Yeah. Jen said STFU.
Yeah, this is in her own text. That's exactly. I gotta tell you, you could tell Jen's a mother. I guarantee that worked with her kids.
Wait a minute. That's the first time I've ever seen Jen do that. Jen, you now get 3 cents an episode.
Wait a minute.
With all them raises.
That's funny. I won't hold my breath, but thank you.
Yeah, we have no sense every episode. So
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe that's
why. I said everybody in the chat and on the panel, and everybody's thinking of both of them at this time. So he says he appreciates that. So
we do.
So he went from the hair salon,
Robert,
to the hospital. I mean,
did you see that picture?
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures. Why doesn't it look no different?
No, I didn't see the pictures.
There was about 6 inches missing.
Okay.
It was nice.
She shooshed you all from Jimmy Collins. Yes.
Yes.
And she had authority in her shoosh. Oh, she had authoritative shoosh.
Pardon me.
Crap.
I'm really not a bossy person, okay?
Oh, William Lockett is here. Look.
Awesome.
Yeah. He's at work. He's at work though, because I asked him if he could. He will be watching. William Lockett will be on because I don't know if the person that I had to.
Hey, what the hell happened to what the hell happened to Bill? He was in a hospital.
I don't know. I saw that. You tried to get a message to him. I honestly don't know. That's the first time I heard anything.
Yeah, they said after 4 days of them coming at me with sharp objects or something to that effect.
Yeah, needles.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. But he looked all right. He was sitting up and everything dressed.
He lost it, but so I'm not sure what he was in for, but I will try to get a and find.
Who's that?
It's either March or
Bill, the guy who wrote the
remember
book.
He's 90. I think it's May.
Buckler.
I think
Buckler.
Yeah, I think it's May. He turns 90. May, I think He turns 90,
Wow.
and I was hoping to have him on that week, maybe. But
This guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good book.
The 2020 books. Yep. The 2020 books and the paperback book with on it, and that's Bill's version of what happened on September 6th. November 6th, excuse me. The names were changed to protect the innocent and sometimes changed to protect the guilty, of course. But it reads really good. The two 2020 books I call Pastor's Bible because everything is as true now as they were in 2015 when he first one, 2018 when he's a hardcore Department of Education should have been closed and that Jimmy Carter should never have opened it. It should have stayed with the states.
Well, everything turned from schools turned into money at that point. And that's never a good thing because the ones who lose are the children.
Yeah. And they had, I think, the most in the government, Bill said at one time.
Probably. It was huge.
Not the largest budget, but they had the most number of people that department. Linda McMahon's a smart person. She was the SBA, Small Business Association director, chairman, or executive.
Look who she's married to, Dave. I mean, the guy is a scumbag, but he's smart. He became a billionaire off of professional wrestling. He ruined professional wrestling in the process, but he became a billionaire.
People say that she is the money smarts person behind
probably
all of his business. I mean, she really is. She's a very smart person.
Well, that's usually how it goes. That's many times how it goes. In any house. I don't care how much money you got.
I don't know.
Look at Jen. Every time Jesse wanted to buy a boat, Jen went, she, and did that thing with the authority in her voice, and she didn't buy a boat.
She'd say,
if you had told you the Crown Vic might still be running.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, about that. No, we did get we got the car back from the Mexicans. We bought that car. The guy is his last name is Coronado. And I'm like, oh my God, isn't that like the bad guy in Indiana Jones?
Coronado, isn't that a car too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Cornet.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Cornet.
Ricardo Montalban used to talk about the Corinthian leather in his Chrysler.
Yeah, no, this guy, I'm very proud.
The plane.
That was tattoo. Okay, anyhow, so this guy that we bought the Impala from, so that Juju could have a car to drive to school, but it's in Jesse's name because you do not want to put a 16-year-old on your insurance for a new car. Well, it's not a new car; it's a new use. So anyhow, it's Jesse's car, but it's Juju's gonna drive it, and as soon as she gets in it, it's raining. The windshield wipers don't work, and we're like meeting her at the DMV, and so she finally got there, and she's like in tears and frustrated. Just got this car, and as soon as we got it, it was like leaking transmission fluid everywhere. And he's a man of his word, so he took it back, and we saw his whole family. And as soon as we get there, he takes it to the back to put it on this lift. And all of his workers, it's like his whole company. It's called Active Auto. He's like, hey, muchachos. They're all Mexican. But
come on.
Nope, they're smart. They're good. He's a man of his word.
Mexicans can work on a car. It's insane.
Oh, they could.
Cubans are better. They drive them cars from the 50s over there and make the parts.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh.
you want a good roof
You made a
job?
comment.
Hire a Mexican crew.
Yeah, they'll get that shit done in 20 minutes. I'm
Yep.
telling you.
They're amazing. Well, she was
Yeah.
so bummed. Oh, go ahead.
Jared talking about the Cubans because he said the guy probably that his car from the 50s converted it to a boat and
Yeah,
drove it
he
across
did.
the water to Florida.
He did. They sunk it.
Yeah.
The
then-
Coast Guard
and then when-
shot at
Oh.
it and sunk it. I think that shit should have been put in a museum. That's
Oh,
genius.
That's
And
funny.
Yeah.
God knows how long it took him to get all the parts at wherever, and make what he needed that whole for that. But yeah, them guys are
Yeah.
you say I watch
Yeah.
these Mexicans and shit pick watermelon. I'm here to tell you, there ain't nobody on this screen in our heyday that could have done that fucking job.
Wow.
No, that's
Me.
that's a back
me.
breaking job, and my
Yeah.
back is already broken.
Yeah, and the guy
Yeah.
who's like actually, they got one guy taking him off the vine, and then they got another guy who chucks it to the guy, who then throws it to the two guys. There's two guys they chuck it to, two guys that catch him, two guys that throw it up in the truck, two guys that catch, and it's not even a truck, it's a bus with the top cut off. And
wow.
they fill up that bus in about 15 minutes.
Yep.
Man.
And it's a school bus, like not the short one like we used to drive on, except Jen, but the long one.
Did not.
No, I said except Jen.
I took the
Okay,
long one.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
my name has come up more tonight than I think it has as many broadcasts as I've been on. It's
You're
like,
famous.
Chuck this, Chuck that.
Well, it's like
chuck a watermelon.
And they're like, that's back-breaking work right there, and these guys
About
are
that
doing
guy
it like
from New
it's
York
nothing.
anymore. We're going to change your name to Up.
Chuck. I'll put that on there next time. There you go.
Yeah, it's like, what's up, Chuck?
Well, so listen to this. So the guy
what's up,
has
Chuck?
his own tow truck. So he came to our house.
Does it leak transmission fluid?
No, that
Is
was
its
the
name
question.
Mater?
No, it runs perfectly because he's got to go all the cars that he sold.
Yeah, no. Well, so he comes to our house to pick up. Okay, so we bought that dark gray Impala.
Piece of junk.
No, it's okay. It's good now. And anyhow, so I met his wife, and she's wonderful.
Freaking wiper blades don't work.
No, it was just a fuse. I swear, this guy. And the title, I'm like, have you done this before? Because the title, he didn't sign off on it. It was still owned by somebody in Washington. And Jesse's like, no. So he felt like he was being taken advantage of. Oh, but it's okay. We got it all sorted out.
You can't have that. You gotta.
It's all good. Well,
you gotta make sure.
He came to our house,
so it didn't have a clean title on it.
Well, it does.
He
now.
made it clean, so there is a way to
do
that. He probably what he did is he probably had it registered in his name.
He laundered
as he was getting ready to register or title it in Jen, whoever Jesse's name. So it all happened at the same time.
So we got a discount because he also had this tow truck, so he saw our junkyard, which is really.
He saw you guys coming.
All the cars.
Yeah,
he did. He said, "I be your mechanic from now on." And we're like, "Okay." So he is. So there is hope for the Crown Vic. It's parked in front of the house.
Probably because he was.
We said.
Mechanic on the 5 people before you bought the car.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, I know someone's standing back there.
But on the title, you got to make sure on the title you got that all of that is taken care of.
I had a guy I was trying to sell a trailer to, and down for a trailer, all you need is a bill of sale. And when trailers are built brand new, they get what's a certificate of origin. That's what it's called down here, which means it has a certificate. It says where it was built, who built it, blah blah. Mine, I got mine in an auction. This one trailer, so I just put down homemade, and that's what it says on the registration. But anyway, this guy shows up, and he was real hinky, him and his wife. And he goes, I need the registration. And I'm looking at him like, why? He says, well, I needed to take to the DMV. I said, no, you don't. And I explained, just I'll give you a bill of sale, blah, blah. No, I need the registration. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, no, you don't.
Wow.
And about 2 minutes later, I was telling him, get the fuck off my property, you full of shit.
That's
I've been
when
doing this
Jerry
shit
stuck
a
his boot toe
long,
in.
long time with trailers. You do not need, all that. So there's people out there that will try that crap, and then she'll be driving the car for a little while, and all of a sudden Joe Blow will show up, says, "Why is she driving my car? I want it back," and you have to give it to them because it was stolen or whatever.
Yeah.
It happens.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I
The guy in
mean,
Kentucky
I
that
mean, there is
owns.
a registration on a trailer here in Louisiana. It's just like a car. It's a license plate. You got to get a license plate on
Well,
your
yeah,
trailer.
but the actual title, you're right. It's the actual title
Yeah.
that
The
they don't
title.
have.
But you
Okay.
got
The
to make
registration.
sure
Yeah, as
you
long
have
as
it
you have a
because
bill of sale, you're good.
yeah,
But you don't need the
yeah,
the former registration to go in, and all you need is that bill of sale. And usually, what I would do, like if
yeah,
I sold a big item, I just put it down for like whatever the state minimum was, $99
yeah.
or something.
See,
Used to be $1. They
Yeah,
changed it because they
we,
knew they were getting ripped off, basically. But
yeah.
and
Saves the buyer for
yeah,
paying so much taxes.
yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, the guy just bought something from you. There's no point in screwing him.
Yeah.
And then,
right.
I put my name and everything on there and blah, blah. And all you got to do is write it out. I had one already printed out, but,
Print them out.
but
Yeah.
you can just write it out as long as all the information is on there.
Yeah. Bill of sale of a movable. That's
Yep.
all you have to have.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah,
Done it many, many times.
Yep. That's it.
yeah, yeah. And some do that. Massachusetts, we bought a limo from a guy in Kentucky, and we picked it up. We drove returns company. He said to me, "What are you going to come in and add that to your policy?" I said, "As soon as I get the title," and then I found out the reason we didn't have the title was the guy was 6 months.
Oh,
The payment, the final payment of the limo, and if he
It had a
kept saying to
lien.
me, "Yeah, he had a lien." He had a lien against the title, so he couldn't. Whoever the bank that had the title until he got the money. He was figuring that I was going to pay up front for it. I said, "No, I can't do that. I can't do that. You bring me the title and I'll give you in 30 seconds. You pay me. You bring me. Call your bank and pay it off. But I can't do it without the title."
Never take nothing without at least of value. Without if it comes with a title, it needs to have a title. These guys, they try to sell these
Yeah,
junk cars on our property, no title. You can get a title for them, but you usually got to go through the state. It takes forever. It's a pain in the ass. And
yeah,
not to mention, like Dave just said, if somebody before had a lien on that car or truck or boat or something, you're stuck paying it because you've already paid for the damn boat sitting in
yep,
your yard. You've already worked on it to get it running or, floating or driving or whatever. And, then what choice do you have to pay the lien? It's like you're already into it too deep, you know.
right.
Not to mention it could be stolen, which the VIN number will come back as stolen, and then you're going to have it taken from you as evidence. So
yep,
you're screwed. Always get the title.
yep.
Yeah. Jen, did you try to get a Carfax on that Impala?
No. What is that?
Carfax.
What
Well,
is a car?
Car,
You never heard of Carfax?
Carfax is a thing that
It's a list of
print out.
every time it's been sent
As long as they go through a
repairs.
dealer or a
Oh,
reputable mechanic
Yeah.
that will report to
Right.
Carfax, it'll be everything that's wrong with it.
And
I
and
see.
the
Yeah, no, we
accidents,
just got. There were 2 people on the title.
accidents on a car found, if the body shop reports were
Well, yeah, if it's a
Right.
reputable mechanic or body shop or
I mean,
whatever,
they
or a
turn in
dealership,
all changes. They turn in spark
yeah,
plug changes.
oh,
if you go
Everything.
and like go to some guy working out of a bay in an industrial park, it's
Yeah,
not going
you
on
go
there.
to
no,
Ahmed Hardware,
Yeah,
you're
it's
not
not
going to
going.
get a Carfax
yeah,
on what he did
No,
to
Ahmed.
your vehicle,
no,
no, it's
or
you.
Javier, or wherever the hell Jen went.
Yeah, but then
yeah,
again, like I do all my own work, apparently badly because I'm still working on a fucking truck. But the thing is I'm not reporting that shit. I just write it down on a piece of paper so I know when I did it. Literally, that's it. But in the end, hey, there's a grandson.
Getting infiltrated by the grandson, Drake.
Hi. Drake.
yep.
All right,
No,
yeah, I
no,
gotta go.
we're,
Jerry has
Yeah,
to,
I'm
yeah.
tired.
Oh,
and
Anyway, y'all have a great night,
have to
and
go get,
thank
I have
you,
to go get
and we will see.
yelled at by somebody because we had that conversation. That's
well,
okay.
you know
Don't worry
what?
about it.
Take it with a grain of salt, Dave.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh, I'm going to take it with a very grain of salt.
anyway,
Okay.
I tried to shut up about it. I did, but he kept talking, and that was the problem.
No,
So anyway,
okay, shut up about a topic and I will shut up. But once I start going, sometimes I just tell people,
Like right
hey,
now.
like I started to say, I'm not years old.
Yeah.
I'm very opinionated on everything.
uh,
This is my broadcast, and I
Uh-huh.
and say things more than anybody
well,
else.
that's true. That's true. But the thing is,
Okay, there is no love lost between me and that person we won't name.
well, yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, anyway, have a great night, guys. Thanks, Dave, for
All
letting me
right,
on,
anyway,
and
You
you guys
too.
yeah,
will hopefully see
all right,
everybody tomorrow night.
we'll
If
see you.
not, if you don't show up, we're implementing a no show up a fine of $1,000 per show. Jen, just so you know.
I
Um,
can't. I won't be here. I am.
oh, good. We're in the money, Nick. We're
Yeah,
already in
she's
the money.
full into that
Right.
damn
And
imbalance.
Robert
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lawless will be with us tomorrow morning on
maybe,
the Red Friday.
maybe.
Maybe.
Well, hopefully to do an extension of what we discussed about
Jamie.
his buy a bag of
Yeah.
Robert
All
stayed
right.
on Jamie. Yes. Yeah. So maybe
All right.
we
Well,
might not have
anyway, you
Robert
guys
there.
have a good night.
Yep.
Take
All
care,
right,
guys.
Jerry.
Okay.
Thank you
Bye.
for coming.
Good night.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Bonsoir, everyone. Gotta
Good
go
night.
too.
Au revoir.
All right. Thank you
Au
for
revoir.
Chuck
See, you're learning French.
and Jen. What do you got to say to close?
Thank you everyone for watching, and please come tomorrow. I won't be here, but they've got a great show planned. Thank you.
Always have a great show planned, but
Yes, you.
sometimes we go off script, and you got to do what you got to do. But hey,
I'm going to get yelled at because you came tonight. You can't come to get fired from that broadcast because you came
just want to
tonight.
tell everybody in the chat, and I was going to tell the whole panel here, but everybody keep Jamie and Robert in their prayers, and
Yes.
let's just hope that it's nothing serious, and she can go home tonight and sleep in her own bed or whatever. But we're all family here. At least I'm
awesome.
beginning to think that way, and let's just everybody stay strong and put out good thoughts out there for them. So everybody, thank you, chatters. Talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else, Jen? Anything else, Chuck?
No, we're good.
I'm good.
All right. All right. Let's see. Well, ladies before gentlemen, so that has left the building, and Chuck has left the building. And, watching Boogie with my tongue. You have been watching Boogie with the Bull Thursday night, Uncensored, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. My dementia, and you're dealing with that kind of stuff. Find some work. Word search, they call them. Go grab a bunch of different ones or Dollar Tree or whatever they're all called. Use them a couple times a day. I did 5 out of 1 today just because I wanted to see how long I could do it. And I really like doing them, so I could probably spend the whole sit and do stuff like anyway. Don't get all wrapped up in the politics, as we're all saying. You know, it's going to get worse before it get better, before it gets worse. I just don't like reading the same stuff every day. One side's mad at the other side. One side, I'm supposed to be mad at both sides. You know, if you want to buy a Tesla, buy a Tesla. Just if you have a garage that you can, someone's going to get mad because you have one and they don't. And, they need one to trash, and that's kind of stupid. It really, you know, as we all said, Elon Musk isn't suffering because his company built the car, and he really isn't even suffering if you go watch a bunch of cars on one of his dealerships because they're all in. Okay, so it's not like he's going to lose any money. Go up and go over to X and write bad tweets about him on X because you're allowed to do that over there. And just do to be stupid and go do stupid things like property just because you don't like their politics or you don't like whatever. And to me, it's even stupider when you got people like Senator who is the whole SpaceX going up and rescuing people and bringing them back down to Earth thing. Got so mad and he doesn't like Elon Musk and Doge and all this and that and the other thing. So he sold his Tesla and he bought a big ass gas guzzler Chevy. Explain that to me. You know, go out and buy an electric car, save the environment, and then what do? You go out and buy something that's even bigger than a Tesla Cybertruck that runs on gasoline. Explain that. Larry Estes, pleasure having you here. Alan McMillan's always a pleasure to have you here. Jimmy Collins, it's always a pleasure to see us tomorrow morning, 1 o'clock. Friday morning caffeine, and then the American Rebellion, 7 p.m. Eastern on the American Rebellion blogger page here on Facebook. Ask Jerry for a link if you can't find it, and Jerry is your friend. The link, I'll message it to you, like he said he does every day. Chuck always here, and Robin Brunson, and Izzy Wilshire. I hope we didn't fry your brain too much. And William Lockett will be on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. too. So good chance to catch up on what Alaska, if you are interested. Anyway,